Welcome back to a new episode of TBH. We're your hosts, Jay and Peter from thebeerheads.com. Let's get into today's episode. We're going to be reviewing another Strand Brewing Company beer. This one is their 7.2% ABV American Pale Ale, Atticus. Let's get this into a glass and we'll let you know what we think of this one. Definitely getting a little bit more toasty-like qualities out of this one. Breadiness, a little bit more passion fruit.
Yeah, it still has that little sweetness of the caramel in the front, but then it has a nice little kind of lemony citrus smell too.
Yeah, definitely getting like a grassy, lemony to citrusy nose. A little bit of papaya, guava in here. That caramel malt quality still in there. Definitely get a little bit of a sweet maltiness nose.
I think that's like the base of it, is what they said. So
nice, malty character in this one.
I think the toasted caramel added to the color a lot too.
Yeah. Cheers.
Initially, lots of those caramel toasted malts in the beginning are hitting, and then that's in the very front of the palate. In the middle, we get a little bit more, the hoppiness, the kind of passion fruit kind of lingers on the tongue, and then it ends with a really nice kind of lingering bitterness that kind of brings it all together, kind of cleanses the palate. So it's really nice.
Yeah, you definitely get that nice, just caramelly, bready, toasty quality in here for me. Definitely get a more medium type, medium full body.
Yeah.
Nice carbonation. Definitely cleanses the palate a bit. A nice little bit of a lingeriness of a bitterness of pine needle. It's real clean. You still get a nice aftertaste on this one of some passion fruit and definitely some of that citrusy quality, but definitely still a nice little astringency, but it's not of a harsh quality. It's definitely nice and clean.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's a little bit different than IPA styles, and that's what they're trying to do. They say they're trying to profoundly, kind of look at it differently, the way a West Coast IPA can be, and it reminds us a little bit of Boulevard's Double Wide IPA.
Yeah, definitely reminds me of that one. Boulevard's Double Wide has almost an English vibe quality to it, an earthiness touch on this one as well. Definitely a nice, interesting IPA, a little bit different from what I'm normally out to drinking out here.
It almost has a creamy mouthfeel to it too. It has a nice little, almost a creaminess, and that's kind of nice,
Now you talk about that toastiness, creaminess. I get like a subtle, not like a bready, almost earthy nuttiness.
Oh yeah, there is some,
in a way,
for sure there is.
Not a huge nuttiness, it's very subtle. So we're going to be giving this one 16 out of 20, making this a solid B beer. It was a pretty good beer. Nice take on what they were doing for it. For an American IPA, it wasn't really what I expected it to be. If it was going to go for more English style, they should have put that on the label, because it wasn't really done on for an American IPA. Wasn't floral as much as you would expect. You wouldn't really get too much of that pine needle, big citrus nose. It's more of tend to be a West Coast or an East Coast Midwest English vibe quality going on, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it was pretty interesting and a good take on what they're doing. I would say get this, maybe pass it by for a while, but pick it up sometime. It's not the best beer, but it is something pretty interesting, and it's pretty good.
One thing I want to say too is that it had the slight, like, almost creaminess, and a little bit fuller body feel kind of helped it out a lot. It helped bring out the backbone of the toasted caramel malts, and it kind of helped with the bitterness too and everything. It was actually a pretty balanced beer, and all their beers have been balanced that we've tried so far, which is really good overall. And I think it's worth a shot. I mean, it's a
pick it up right away.
It's a West Coast place doing an IPA, and we expect certain things from the West Coast right now. Maybe we just have that mind frame of what we're expecting. But yeah, try it out sometime when you get a chance.
Other than that, you guys, like we always say, live, learn, and drink. Till the next time, we're going to enjoy our beers. You guys should do the same.
Cheers.